Welcome to Minibedroom Interviews, a show dedicated to diving deeper into the artists and for the artists to dive deeper. I'm your host, Riggio, and today we have a very special guest. Today's guest is somebody that I met about close to 2 years ago, and we was in a competition to be able to get on the radio and have an interview, have our song played. The competition was actually super fun. It lasted about a week. We was neck to neck the whole time. The whole time. And at the end, he ended up winning. Since then, we made some good music together. He's been a cool dude, just a real individual all the way around. Meet G Little.
Yo. What's up, everybody? Nice to be here, man. Great introduction. Definitely.
Yes, man. Is it, before we start the interview, do you want to say anything to the camera, to the people at all?
Get used to me, man. I'm coming back out now.
Hey.
You know, I'm trying to get back out there, so this is the first of many. Glad to be doing it with, a good friend now, so, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So, where did you grow up?
So, I mean, that's a tough question.
Okay, how about we start from the very beginning? Where were you born?
There we go. So I was born in Chicago, most Chicago artists born in Chicago.
Yeah.
We did a lot of moving around. From what I can remember, I used to stay over on 66 and Low out there in Inglewood. That was when I was younger.
Yeah.
A big part of my childhood, I was raised over in Roseland, right there off Michigan. Met some great friends, and I'm still friends with now, like brothers now. And we finally moved to the suburb where I kind of, finished off, growing up for the most part.
Yeah.
We jumped around a few more places, but for the most part, I was stayed out in Calumet City.
Okay, solid. I know somebody who lived in Roseland or who used to live. Is Roseland like in the hundreds? Is that the?
Yeah, that's right over there.
That just seemed like such a neighborhood. Like it seems like a lot of people would know each other on each other's blocks and stuff like that.
When I grew up during the time, when it was kids outside, all day, everybody knew everybody. It was kind of like that community. Of course, we still had violence here and there, but you're not going to completely get away from that.
Yeah, exactly.
But for the most part, some of those friends, like, their parents would take care of us, and vice versa. Like, it was really a family, a community of, people who just really there for each other. Now, I haven't been back too many times since then, but, I did ride down there one day just for nostalgia purposes. Yeah. And, man, it just looked like a ghost town.
It is a ghost town, too.
Yeah.
Like, the feeling that I get about the neighborhoods, because I got a friend, Parnell, actually, he grew up, like, kind of in that same area.
Oh, okay.
He actually, he over in that same area. So when I go over there, it's like how the houses are set up. I'm like, man, it seemed like people would be close. You feel me? And then listen to his story. He know a lot of people on the block. Mm-hmm. But then when I drive through there, man, it don't be a lot of people outside. You know what I'm saying? It be kind of dry.
I don't know what it is. I think it's just the change, man. Most kids in the house on the computers or something like that, and the danger has arisen.
Yeah, true.
Like. Before, you can send, 9-10-year-olds on the bus. Mm-hmm. Now, you think about it now. It's sad.
That's facts.
So I wish we would come around to that turn again where, kids can be safe outside. Mm-hmm. But, I can only hope,
Yeah, exactly. So, man, what was the biggest difference being in the south side of Chicago compared to the south suburbs of Chicago? Or is there any differences?
Yeah, I'll probably say that. The difference I would say is it was a little bit more safer, mm-hmm. As far as just being outside. But as far as I wasn't ever really in too much BS as it is anyway. Yeah. So I can't really give you an honest answer on what I really, I wasn't really in the other side.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I may have experienced it. Secondhand. Just hanging with certain people. But it was never me, so my transition wasn't that hard, So me growing up in the city, then going in the suburbs, it made me feel like, no matter what, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So I live with that no matter what. So it doesn't bother me no matter where I live. I feel like walk by faith.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
That's facts. So that's 100% facts. So you went to high school out there in the burbs and everything too?
Yeah, TF North.
TF.
All 4 years, man.
What is that? What's TF North?
Thornton Fractional North.
That's crazy. My homie go to Thornton. I didn't know it was another Thornton.
Man, it's Thornton. It's TF North off where I went.
Yeah.
Then TF South. then you have a Thorn Ridge, then you have a Thornton. So it's a couple names. So he went to one of them.
Yeah, that's funny. So what, like, at what point did you end up getting into music?
So during high school, I used to do, freestyle at the table. I had a few homies that been rapping for years, man. And I've always was kind of, dabbling and just rapping, but I never took it serious,
Yeah.
So I want to say, man, I had to been 3-4 years out of my mama's house. I was living with my, girlfriend at the time, wife now. And I don't know, man, I really just popped up one day like, man, let me see if I can really make some, some music to a few beats. I did a few Chance instrumentals, Jay-Z, and I was just sending it to my close friends.
Yeah.
They was like, bro, this is actually kind of decent. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Let me see if I could really do it.
Yeah.
And I ended up writing home. I ended up wrote probably like 6 or 7 songs, like 4 songs. When I recorded my first time ever been in the studio, which was No More. Recorded that, and man, I put it out, and I think what happened, I didn't know he rap, effect. When I put it out, it was like, the numbers was crazy. But I think it was just like, I didn't know he rap. This is good. Started putting out more, and they didn't do as much as No More, and I was like, what am I doing now? I didn't forget this, but I started taking my time to learn, what comes with this. Like, everything's not gonna be a hit. Everything not gonna get the same numbers, because people see you, and especially the ones that know you, they see you like, oh no, his music good, but I know him. I'm not gonna always share it every single time. If I see it, I will. So I started trying to change that narrative. Like, okay, let me find fans that are actually fans. And that's why, really, that's part of the break too, because I was feeling like I'm not being as creative as I could be, So I said, let me figure this out for a minute, take a little break, breathe, handle my family, my marriage. Let me get everything in order first, so I'm free of stress. Yeah. So now I can sit and try to, be creative, because I don't want to be just a rapper. I want to be an artist. I want to really create some music. Like, man, that's a timeless hit. Man.
Yeah.
Especially with Kanye being one of my favorites, man. Seeing him go from backpack rapping to what he is now, it's like, dude, that's a creative dude.
He came far off of hard work too.
Man, yeah.
That man was making I heard it was a point he was making like 5 beats a day or something like that.
Hey,
I believe it 100%, because I feel like he changed the whole hip hop culture, like as far as just the sound and whatnot. I feel like he most definitely shifted it. So that was like one of your inspirations back then. Until now, or?
He became an inspiration a little bit as I got older. When I was younger, man, it was 50 Cent. Man, DMX. Like, I was listening to a lot of gangster rap.
Yeah.
Just because the grittiness of it. I love the passion and it was just like, man, I want to rap like that. But I also didn't want to come off that wasn't me either. So I put a lot of inspiration from a lot of artists. And just trying to find my own lane. So now, years from now, somebody can say, man, I heard him come up, something like that. So now I want to be an inspiration for the next person,
Yeah, because when I listen to your music, maybe it was a part of your older music, but I don't be hearing hardcore gangster rap.
Exactly. So you want to know those are my inspirations. I pull it from, all aspects of their career, just from 50 Cent, just seeing how he came up, where he is now. It's like, man, those are still, even Ice Cube like that. I want to go to acting, making movies, and I seen him do it. So it's like, it's the whole package that I'm trying to grab, not just getting in the studio part, but I want to be able to have my fingers in everything,
Yeah, without a doubt. And you most definitely can do it, bro. Cause you engineering and all that.
Yeah, that's getting a lot better actually, because I'm putting the time in now, versus just trying to get on there, do all the things here and now. I'm actually trying to sit down and put the time in. So
you got it. And on that note, we're going to welcome G Little to elementary school. Elementary school is a segment where he has 10 seconds to answer 10 questions. And they all questions from elementary school. We learned it at some point in time. And this is for the chance to be in the Minibedroom Hall of Fame. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right. First question. What is the main character in a story called? A, antagonist, B, main character, or C, protagonist?
Main character. What? What is it called?
Protagonist.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be hard. Okay.
It's over actually. That's the end of the game.
That's it?
Yeah.
You start one oh,
once
wow.
you get one wrong, we end it.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Hey, edit this out. Take this right out. Now I gotta go do elementary school.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's kind of a trick question because, like, the definition of a protagonist is technically the main character.
Yeah.
But
Main character means main character.
We gotta do a loophole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for that. But here we go. We're gonna continue with the interview. We're gonna continue.
Edit that out.
So, man, when I look at you, man, you seem like a big family man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like that's something that you hold close to you. Was that something that was just like always important to you growing up, or was it kind of just came along the way?
Yeah, it was important to me growing up. You know, living with just my mother and my brother for a while. You know, so, but I have a huge family. You know, my father's side, like a huge family. He passed away before I was born. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, family, you know, did and still means a lot to me, you know, and I just want to be able to, you know, even with the mistakes that I make, I still want to be able to be the best father, husband, brother, you know, son that I can, you know, be, despite whatever, you know, decision I make that's not the right decision, you know. So family is always, you know, number one.
Do you plan on ever having your kids do music, like trying to get them to do it?
I kind of like you. Well, you see my son now. He got his own free mind. He likes a lot, man. From sports, games, music, like whatever he gears toward. You know, I'm just gonna be behind him with that. You know, 'cause I want him at the end of the day to do what he wants to do for him. You know, period. And that's for all my kids.
Yeah.
Do what y'all want. You know, because I don't want you trying to impress me, trying to do something that you think I want you to do. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Man, so your project Home is the project that you got that's like your project, and you got like a bunch of singles around it.
Mm-hmm.
So that project Home, like, what does that mean for you and to you? Like,
so home came about pretty much was if you listen to the album, it's like a collective of kind of how I grew up in, you know, Chicago, south suburbs. And basically it just meant like this is what made me, you know, and I wanna express to y'all what made me who I am, you know, so to speak. So it definitely was one of those albums where I did put a lot of work into it, you know. Back in my first time, I wish I could have executed a little bit more, you know, different ways, but that's another story. But as far as the album itself, it's a close album to me, man.
Yeah.
You know, still, like just from the grittiness of it, the honesty in it, you know, just giving you a side that ain't always just drill or, you know, people getting killed all the time. Giving you a side of somebody who wasn't into that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's basically how that whole thing came to play.
Yeah. I would say you most definitely a gem in Chicago as far as just like your quality of music and content, because it is a step away from all that. But it's crazy because I can still feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm knowing this man from the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like you some far away off into a whole other universe, you feel me? So it's cool that you that's your focus to just, you know, make that separation.
Yeah.
So what would you say as a man and as an artist, the pros and cons of 2020? What do you feel like was the pros and cons of that whole year?
The pros, I would say, for me personally, I worked a lot, you know, and no, just period. Yeah. And I was away from my family a lot, you know, my wife and kids. And I think with this, she was able to work from home. It brought me closer to my family, you know, because I got to see them a lot more now. Even though I'm still going to work, now they're home when I'm home, you know. Yeah. So for me, it was a little. It was good for me, you know. The cons to it, I think it put a lot of fear in people, you know. For me personally, for no reason, you know. I get it was something going on that, you know, I do believe that is actually going on, but I don't think it was as serious as they made it, you know. So I think it pushed people. I think another pro to it was it pushed people to try to follow their dreams now. You know, you saw a lot of business trying to open, saw a lot of people leaving these jobs that wasn't going anywhere, trying to do something else. So I think, man, a lot of the creative minds came out during 2020.
Yeah, it really did put that to test, though.
Yeah, like, man, you got a real. People always say, I gotta wait for the right time. There you go. They give you unemployment, stimulus, link. Like you got everything. Yeah, you're taken care of. All you gotta do is just figure out what you want to do and execute it. True. People had a whole year to get it together. Yeah. So, I don't think it was that bad, man. It was a lot of deaths, a lot of big deaths. Yeah. But for the most part, I think, like you said, it pulled it out of people.
Yeah,
to do something different.
It did, man. No, it's crazy because I got a similar feeling as far as the pros is like. It gave me so much more time than I ever had in my life. Like I haven't had that much time on my hands since like summer of high school or something like that.
When we had no responsibility.
Yeah, like the amount of time we had to like kind of just like sit there and look at Netflix or whatever, do music or whatever. You feel me? It's just astonishing. Mm-hmm. So nowadays, we talked about back then when you was an artist, who you draw inspiration from. So nowadays, who would you say you draw the most inspiration from as an artist?
It's the same. Back then, I told you, J. Cole is always gonna be right there at top, man. That's my guy right there. Yeah.
So you're excited for the follow?
Man, dude.
Well, it's the follow. What is the
off season?
The off season.
Yeah,
I forgot to follow something else. Okay.
But he it's kind of that whole team. It's kind of like something that I would like to do. Just with the rappers that I'm coming in contact with. Yeah. Like, man, they putting out content without worrying about if it's gonna sell, if it's gonna do this, if it's gonna, they just enjoying the music, Yeah. And I love that, versus, don't get me wrong, you got like Lil Baby, Da Baby, these new rappers coming out, and they trying to get them hits, which is fine, don't get me wrong. But I want them timeless music, just enjoying the music. 'Cause I think it's gonna come. You're gonna hear that, when I drop music now. You're gonna hear it like, oh no, he's just enjoying it, man. So worst case scenario, if I never go get famous, I'm still enjoying just doing music. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Versus, with the singles and stuff, I was trying to make a hit. Like I'm wasting my time not writing, trying to write a perfect hit. And I think that hindered me a lot because I was wasting time, versus just do music, enjoy the music, enjoy what you say you passionate about,
My first impression of you and your music was genuine. It was rooted from a real place. It never like my first impression of you was like, oh yeah, he just trying to speak what's on his mind and he's not really worried about that. You feel me? So you doing a good job at keeping that alive.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad, man, because it's a battle, dude.
It is a battle, though. Man. It's a battle, man. You know how much I be tempted to just be like, today I'm finna curse. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. I'm finna go in the booth and say something. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do it.
You gotta stick to your gun.
Yeah. On the real though, like it's a big temptation. I remember Kendrick Lamar, I was looking at the Kendrick Lamar interview, and they was like, what's one of the toughest things for you as an artist nowadays? I'm paraphrasing the question. He was like, man, just one of the toughest challenges I have is just like going in there and just making just like a banger, like just making any old type of banger. But I understand what he mean though, because as an artist that's trying to paint a picture, you know what I'm saying? You want people to see things in a certain way. You don't want to just say any old thing when you get on the track. It is hard to like just not go in there and just like say whatever, man. I'm finna just go in there and I call a body. You know what I'm saying? No one ain't do that.
And that be the thing, like it's a difference between painting a picture and then just completely lying. What are you talking about, man? I know you.
I know you, bro.
Yeah, like
that's always the worst when people are like definitely talking about stuff that you know that they are not doing.
Yeah.
That always irritates me.
At least put it into a story, Be a storyteller, rap. I don't mind you telling somebody else's story, but don't overdo it.
Yeah, you ain't gotta get on there like that. So you contributed not to 26 Winners, but to the project that came afterwards, 6 More Days When, and we did Living Survival together, man. So
this is a hard record, man.
yeah, man, one of the hardest beats I've ever heard in my life. Shout out to the producer. Dang, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Dang, I'm sorry, it was a YouTube beat. Dang, I'm sorry.
That's what editing is for.
But yeah, no, it's one of the craziest tracks, man. So how did you feel with the process of it, man? Like from beginning to end, how did you feel about, you know, being a part of Living Survival?
So man, and I just played this for another guy, but they love it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was telling him like, man, I'm you know, like I've been getting a lot of features lately, you know, and I've been telling him like, dude, I'll be so glad when they send me their verse first. Cause I'll be look pad out like, yeah, I gotta kill this, man. I gotta shine, and that record, I think really kind of boosted me back into like, okay, I want to do music because it was fun, you know, and it also, I had to stretch my pen a little bit, you know, like, okay, I got to really rap on this song. And
I feel it.
Dude, and then even the video that, you know, we trying to get done, dude, I'm so excited for that video. Like, so, because I really feel like that's one of them songs that just, when you hear that beat drop, oh, you hear that dude start talking, man, they going to be like, I know that song, and this is it. So, yeah, that's man. That record was fun, dude.
It was such a good time, man. I remember the night I found the beat, I hit you up immediately. Like, I found it, and I was just like, oh my goodness. I was like, okay, I found the song I'm gonna do with G Little.
Hey,
yeah, and then you was like, you know what I'm saying? And it was amazing, man. And yeah, every time I play that song, man, I'm in love with it again.
Hey, bro, people love that song, man. Yeah. Like that's still getting rotation in the car. I love it. It's just, and have you heard it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of Living Survival, the song we put out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I've listened to literally everything that you put out so far.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Call the real fame right there.
H-O-L. Carlynn.
Nah, that's a hard record, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and when it transpires and really blows,
I'm
gonna remember this like, man, we did that in a closet.
Yes, in a closet in the hood. You feel me? On the west side somewhere.
Man.
So what are your goals for 2021?
Goals for 2021. Musically or just period?
Period. Any goals that you got?
Become a better father. Like I said, with the work, and I feel like I done got so much into work, you know, I need to spend more time with my kids. You know, not saying I don't see them at all, but I need to dedicate a little bit more time to them. So that's a huge goal for me, to be more active, you know. Musically, I want to put out, like I said, I want to get more creative with my music. I want to, you know, test the waters on different sounds, different verses, you know, really put more music out and be consistent with it, you know. And grow consistently and grow.
Yes.
Also, you know, keep striving to be the best husband I can be. You know, best mentor I can be to, you know, my younger cousins, younger brothers. Just self, man. It's about, you know, growing self. You know, for me. So, other than that, nothing else is on my plate as far as a goal. I want to make sure Gerald is the best Gerald he can be, and anything else, you know, will blossom from that. You know.
Yeah. So, without a doubt. That's a real answer, man. That's real, G. I love them answers. I love when I ask somebody what they gonna do for their 2021 and they give me like an actual, deep, real answer. You know what I'm saying?
Every day, man.
That's real, man. And on that note, we gonna welcome him to the hot seat. In the hot seat, G Little has 10 seconds to answer 10 questions. My 10 seconds, not yours. Here we go.
Let's go, man.
So, question 1. What was the last meal you ate?
I just ate some hot wings and fries.
That sounds so good. I was thinking about having that for
Hey, shit, my wife just like, before I got here. That was like, yeah.
That sounds good.
Right?
Your favorite genre of music?
R&B.
R&B, beautiful music. What's one word you always mispronounce on purpose?
On purpose?
Yeah.
5, 4.
Pass.
Alright, we're gonna get that going later. Who was the last person you argued with?
One of my officers at work.
One song that will explain your life.
3 Adolescent, J. Cole.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love that song. Still.
That's a very good one. What's a weird talent you have?
I gotta be weird.
5,
She killing me.
4.
Weird. It could be something that people don't know you got. It's a talent.
I still know how to tumble. Well, not still know how, but I used to be a tumbler. Just
Oh, for real?
yeah.
You look like you can flip.
Not no more.
I mean, if you can do it once, you can do it again. You just gotta get out your head. That's all it is.
Maybe, but yeah, I used to be on Jesse White tumbling team.
For real?
Dead serious.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
I'm dead serious. The
who's famous?
whole uniform and everything.
That's so cool. Okay. One political figure you want to fight, dead or alive?
That I want to fight. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Your favorite word?
Favorite word. Appreciate.
Appreciate.
Yeah,
Sure,
I say that
sure.
all the time.
That's a good word. What's your favorite food?
Chicken. Fried chicken. to be specific.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
True. We can pinch those lights.
Yeah.
Going back to this question, one word you always mispronounce.
On purpose. Why would I mispronounce a word on purpose?
It ain't no word that you be like, you don't care how you pronounce it, you just say it.
5, 4.
She killing me. The time was
2, 1.
communicate. Let's say that.
You said that perfectly.
Hey, look. It was on my mind because I'm like, man, word, communicate, one of these words. But I don't know a word that I pronounced wrong on purpose.
You said communicate perfectly.
What do you pronounce wrong on purpose?
That's a good question. Well, good thing I'm not being interviewed.
Look,
Let's move on.
that's the question. I would be thinking about that all day.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming through, man. I got
Always,
a gift for you, man.
We got gifts too.
A little something for you.
We always got party gifts, man. Always.
If you choose to open it, you can open it. I'm just going to do the verse of the day, the scripture of the day.
Oh, go ahead.
The scripture of the day is from Philippians 2:14, and it reads, "Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world." Meditate on it. Think on it. Alright, G Little. I appreciate you, bro.
That was fun, man.
That was a good time.
That was a good time. I had fun with that, man. Gotta come back.
Yeah, you have to.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's time for Cash with Carlynn. It's your chance to earn some cash and our chance to help you out. But we have some rules. First, you must include your cash tag with your answer. And second, entries will only be accepted until the next episode. Winners will receive $26. And remember, there can only be one. Good luck!
What high school did G Little go to?
Welcome to Minibedroom Interviews, a show. Okay, nope.
Say it one more time.
Nope.
I was like, is that a cat?
Oh, that's him.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know what that is. Might have been.
I think it is him.
They projecting pretty good. Y'all know.
Elementary school, a section where he has 10 seconds to answer 10 individual questions. All questions that we learn from elementary school at some point in time. And he has the choice. I mean, not the choice. Dang, let me do it over again. It's not the choice. It's the chance. It's the chance.
He has a choice of being in the Hall of Fame.
Alright, you ready?
Let's do it.
Alright.
Yeah, Jada.
I need help with something.
You gotta wait, Jada, for real, okay?